I don't have any thesis on Bitcoin except for one. And it's a strong thesis and it has nothing to do with the viability of Bitcoin or whether it should be higher or lower or whether it will actually be meaningful to our society over the next 20 years or be completely irrelevant. My thesis revolves around the fact that the young generation does believe in crypto and Bitcoin, period. Whether they should or shouldn't does not matter as an investor. They do. In my generation, we had gold bugs, and I always made fun of them. Okay, I was actually sitting next to Steve Forbes couple months ago at lunch, and I was making fun of gold bugs to the table, completely forgetting that he's the biggest gold bug ever. I was so embarrassed, and we had a laugh over it. But I was like, and I told him, I was like, Steve, the gold bugs used to be weird people. You're a weird. I told him, like, you're a weird guy, dude. Like gold bugs have always been weird old guys. You know, they're like with these, and they're like, oh, you know, inflation, blah blah blah. I was like, now it's not weird to be a Bitcoin guy. In fact, it's cool to be one. It's generally accepted. In fact, the entire young generation are all crypto guys. I speak to them every day, right? So you're going to have what, 80 trillion, I've seen numbers as high as $115 trillion of wealth transferred over the next couple decades, 2.5 decades. As that wealth gets transferred over, it is undeniable that a decent portion of that younger generation is going to choose to have some portion of their portfolio or their wealth, either directly if they're managing it themselves or their wealth manager is going to do it for them, who are also young, because everyone's younger, right, in the next generation. And now that we've institutionalized these products, I don't see how Bitcoin doesn't continue to massively grow just as a result of wealth transfer and nothing else. Nothing else. That's my thesis. That's why I'm aggressively invested in Bitcoin. I'm still worried about the safety of Bitcoin, right? The security of it. Willow is like one example. It's not unsafe now. It's not unsecure now, but things are going to happen over the next 10 or 15 years to keep it a secure asset class. I'm also concerned about regulatory, but right now the regulatory environment looks good. So unless that changes, that's not a concern for me. So right now, all I know is that every year, more young people are going to get wealthier and more older people, I hate to say it, are no longer going to be holding their wealth, right? They're going to, what old people do, they get older and then they go away. I mean, it's just the reality of our lives. And is that not the only thesis that matters at the end of the day? Yeah. So like, we don't have to overthink Bitcoin.